But Singapore is a country.
Getting a car is a social status.
When it comes to owning a car in Singapore, you shouldn't even consider it. It's not an option.
Impossible to be even out of your parents' house. I think their question should be, what's wrong with Singaporeans?
Before we end, I just want to say that we have experts from dating agencies here. We have 2 psychotherapists here. We have a hot-blooded young man, 2 very pretty girls.
So kind.
With all these things, let me give you some statistics on marriage rates, okay? The marriage rate for men increased from 43.7 marriages per thousand in 2011 to just 44.1 a year later. It just creeped up. And for women, it was 41.4 per thousand to 41.6. So what does this say? Number one, of the efforts that, whether the efforts have been successful, and number 2, whether really, in fact, we can do anything about the marriage rate in Singapore.
I really don't think it's about flirting or, being able to be socially. I mean, of course that plays a part, no, but it's just financially, you can't. It's not possible. Like when I was like 13, I had it all planned out. I'm gonna meet up a guy when I'm 23. I'm gonna marry him when I'm 25. I'm gonna have a kid when I'm 27, 29, and 31. And then when the older you get, it's not possible. I'm lucky because I was a DJ when I was
12.
18. When I just turned 19, I mean, I had the ability all the time, but nah. No, when I just turned 19, so when I was 19, I was earning like a decent sum of money in 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It helped me in a sense that now I've got cash, but which other guy my age or maybe a few years older has the same amount of ability to earn as much? Because everyone's in NS or everyone's in poly or uni. And I mean, I want to get married and I want to have kids, but you just can't do that now. So I think the whole marriage in like it's creeping up slowly is not so much because I'm sure it has a factor, but I think it's largely to do with it's not possible.
Okay, quick round robin. Is there hope, and how can we get more people to get married? Starting with you.
Yes, of course there's hope. I think there's enormous hope. It's a very talented country with a wonderfully articulate and well-educated group of people, and I think that the natural process will prevail.
Okay, Jill.
Yes. Wait, hang on. Question again.
Is there hope that we can increase our marriage rate, and what can be done about it?
Oh, I love. So yes, that's it, definitely. It's gonna increase. Just. I don't know. I think money is a big issue, but if we're just talking purely on love, and being able to find someone and being able to like connect with someone, that's no issue. Singaporeans have it. Singaporeans are very charming, interesting people.
But you have to get married, you cannot enjoy those things without marrying.
I mean, but you need to be interested in someone, and you need to be intrigued by someone or lured by someone in order to marry them. And I think Singaporeans have that down. We don't need to be coached by that. We have it already. Okay. It's just external factors like money and whatever, not being able to afford a house. Singaporeans are pretty dope, no? I've only ever dated Singaporeans.
Joan, defend your profession.
My profession, okay. Of course, I think there's hope, right? Otherwise, my business cannot continue. What can be done about it? I think it has to be
if the results have not been that fantastic,
if it's on the decline, then something is wrong, right?
No, it's not on the decline.
At least it's creeping.
Yeah.
And I think how to improve it, it has to have multi-approach. First is for the group of people who are already attached. Why are they not considering marriage? And one of the point, like what Jin said, is the cost. I know of a young friend, I think 28. They want to get married, but you know how long it takes for the flat to be ready? 5 years.
Why must they wait for the flat to be ready to get married?
Where are you going to boink in it once you're married? You can't do it with your parents in the next room.
Well,
you can very quietly.
You own the place you stay in.
Then what, rent? Rental is not exactly cheap. It's not worth it to pay, like if a 4-room in Pasir Ris is $2,000. It's not worth it, right? So most people would weigh and say, might as well I wait for the flat 5 years later, I'm only 33. After all, nowadays nobody's in a rush to have babies, right? It isn't really the people's prerogative, it's the government who's
No, it's our responsibility as well. Oh, let me go to Shaista.
There is hope.
There's hope. You're going to get married soon.
No. I agree with the external factors, but for myself, I have 3 older brothers. And when my second brother got married, obviously they were just fresh out of uni. You know, they've been together for like 7 or 8 years and they decided to get married. But of course, a place to live was a factor. And they decided to bunk in with us. And now after 3 years, they have finally decided to get their own place. So I think that the most important thing is to take the step. If you want to spend your life with this person, make the first move. The rest will just fall into place.
Okay, that's very nice. So don't worry too much about money, about house. Just be together first.
Yes.
Yeah? Well, with people like you, there's going to be more marriages. Eugene.
There is always hope. When there is a will, there is a way. I think it's for the young people to really see that it is a need to become a little bit more flexible, a little bit more open, a little bit more giving, learn a little bit more about how to take also, and just to move forward, just to
And less expectations of being perfect.
exactly, because
Which we
nobody
are
is
taught
perfect.
to be, but okay.
Absolutely. So that's where the flexibility factor comes in.
Okay.
The 10 boxes to be ticked, and if they're not ticked, then it's not quite, right. But there is hope. Yes, of course.
Michelle?
Yes, there's definitely hope. And how to improve it better, because a lot of us are very much more educated right now. A lot of emphasis is placed on work. Where does love ever comes in? Like for example, when we're back in school, then it's like, oh, by 12 you must complete your PSLE. By 16 you must complete your secondary school. By late
So
21.
that's the academic years.
That's the academic years. People would fall into that place. But the love never comes in. Why? Because no one forces you by 30 you must get married. Unless someone next at you or peer pressure, but it's not so strong as though if you do not fulfill that, then you are a failure in that sense.
Very true.
Yeah.
You're not judged as a failure. if you
So you're
don't get
saying
married.
encourage the parents to be more naggy.
It won't come true.
Dragon baby.
So if you really want love, perhaps you can better time management to put your work aside, and seriously, like what I tell my single participants, just give me 3 hours of your time per week and you come to one event, you get to know 10 other people, and even that is so hard of them to even join. Yeah, but seriously, if you really want that love, you gotta put in your time. If not, even when you have that love, you're not gonna hold it.
Okay. Jonathan?
Okay, I think I'm gonna make a lot of enemies with this thought, but I kind of think that
First
would be
qualify yourself. How many years have you been looking for a wife?
How old
How
is
many
he?
years?
How old are you?
I guess currently I'm only 24. Been only looking around for the past 6 years, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, had a lot of opportunities
Started
come
young,
my
okay.
way, but I decided to.
And when do you plan to settle down, or are you going to?
When the time comes, it happens. You know,
Okay, now
you
tell
can't
us.
force
Okay,
love.
so is there hope, and what can be done to encourage it?
I kind of perceive that there will be hope if people stop living up to that false impression, like you got to be someone or something apart from yourself for other people to love you, or like you have to be this cool, or you have to be this beautiful, you have to wear this skirt, or do this thing, or drink this wine. Now, I think part of the process, the reason why so many of our youths are so intimidated about dating or culture, whatever, is because they've been told this lie time and time again, that you have to be someone apart from yourself. But what if they were told the truth, that you can't just be yourself and someone will love you for it? And if someone told them that, maybe there'll be hope for them to go out there and find someone who genuinely loves them for who they are.
Okay.
That's interesting. This is my first time hearing that.
Yeah, that's a
Youths
bit
are-
lucky, no?
But it's interesting. Maybe if I can just pick up on what Jonathan said, that maybe there's hope if we can lower our expectations, if we can make more time for ourselves, and we can be more natural about ourselves and consider over other people. I don't know, but that's going to be a continuing challenge for Singapore and an important concern for Singapore. When we come back, we're going to look at why we need the SDN in Singapore.